So, I was about to sleep. It was 2 o'clock at night. Um, and why I was up at 2 o'clock at the night, that's just called bad sleeping habits from a college student. And this update came out, and I probably didn't sleep until like 5:30 yesterday or today because it was still at night. But regardless, I'm really fucking exhausted, and that's why this video is kind of short and won't. And yeah, I'm not really gonna bother editing it too much because I'm exhausted. But regardless, me and a couple of people pretty much cracked out the code. I'm sure, but while I was sleeping, everyone else found out. But I mean, at the time, we were like one of the first people who got it. But regardless, here it is. This was like our second or third run. This is a map that Nick Jr. had, and I think it'll explain everything I say except a lot better, in a much more condensed way. And in a nutshell, just follow two rules and then get to the boss. Go into the blue portal and only go into the yellow portal if it's the only option. Just do that and you'll be guaranteed to go to the boss. There's a set pattern. It may seem frustrating or confusing at first, especially since you waste exhaust every time you go into the wrong room, or every time. Well, it's about 35 exhaust for this dungeon, and the mobs you want to make sure to kill as well. Not because they do any damage, but because they like to fuck you over, and they give you like this stun or slow condition, and what ends up happening is that it messes up, your timing into the portal, and then you can try going to the blue portal, but then the mob stuns you, and then you end up going to the purple portal, and then you lose your shit. So make sure you kill them. Don't be like noob Jacob Shadow here who got the wrong portal like 3 times because of it. But anyways, once you do get to the boss is really simple. He do not run a healer, do not run a tank, just run 4 DPS. Just simple as that. There is no point for a healer here. The boss does like 0 damage or almost 0 damage. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like you'll be dead. I mean, the boss will run away by the time you're dead. That's how little damage he does. And you may be wondering if he runs away. Once you go to the boss, make sure that everyone in your team enters the room at the same time, because what happens is that once you go into the boss room, he will appear, he will stay there for a minute, and if you cannot kill him in that minute, he runs away, and then you're pretty much fucked. You can't fight him again until you leave the dungeon reset, and they cost exhaust. And there's pretty much no strategy behind this. Just make sure you kill him in a minute, and that's why I say you want to make sure you have 4 DPS, because otherwise it's not really guaranteed that you'll actually kill him. A 4 DPS is almost guaranteed. And there's also the mobs also drops this thing right here, like the pumpkin bars or something, and it doesn't do any damage, it just makes him stay a little longer, but he'll still go away after a while, so don't get comfortable. And then as for the drops, or first it costs 35 exhaust, so it's actually a really good dungeon. Epic gear wise, just because epic gear drops very often. Granted, it's a shitty epic gear. It's like the bad replica, but then you have to use Essence of God, which I actually love what they did. They made Essence of God somewhat relevant, and maybe people will go back to world bosses, but regardless, you get the shitty epic, and then you have to use Essence of God at one point so you can upgrade your shitty epic into the normal epic. And it won't drop FML epics, but it'll drop VTL, RFL, let's see, FCL epics, so that's really nice. I'm actually going to be doing this. I'm going to be taking a break from FML and doing this just because it's a event. So this will last 40 days, guys. After 40 days, it's gone. Like, you won't ever see this again. So make it count. And this is a part where we fuck up because I thought our archer was behind this, but apparently he wasn't. And because of that, our warrior got too impatient. We jumped in, and then everything went to shit because we didn't have enough DPS to kill him, and also because and also when you want to make sure you double tap your home screen. You saw how I loaded faster than all of them, but then they have faster devices. I'm pretty sure that's because they're not double tapping. It's not normal for an iPhone 5 to be faster at anything. I'm just saying. So then, yeah, we do fuck up here, but I mean, it's really simple. If you have 4 people, you're almost guaranteed to get it. You only need to do is just make sure everyone in your team gets in here. I think, yeah, I'm using the right weapon. So, and then he typically just drop blues, like random blues from all the dungeons, and then he drops the questing stuff. But other than that, he's really self-explanatory. Just make sure you have enough DPS. He'll turn into a pumpkin just before he leaves, so if that happens, like, shit's gonna hit the fan. So like, speed it up. So regardless, this is the end of the video. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to go back and take a nap until class. Catch you guys later. Bye.